Who we introducing? Who we introducing? It's a family reunion. Who we introducing? Who we introducing? It's a family reunion. But good morning, you guys. Well, I say Grand Rising, not good morning, but Grand Rising, you guys. It's gonna be a short live. I didn't come on here for too much. I'm gonna have to make sure more shorter lives because you just don't want to feed everybody too much of what you are really talking about, so they can just run back to their channel and talk about it. So I'm gonna just shorten it up. Yes, indeed. I just love how trolls can kind of you know mess up the whole commentary. If you ask me, for real. You know what? It's so many people that want to come out of the woodworks just to make people that's around me upset and mad. But you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win because I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I wanted to be so open, which I'm already am open, I could tell anybody that may mess around with me the truth. I don't mind telling them the truth. But what happened yesterday in that chat, full of lies. Full of lies. Why would a man I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Why would a man that has a car uh, know that he can come through the front door? Why would he try to come through the window? No, we may have silly moments, but we ain't doing that. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now there has been times where I done got locked out before, and I had to climb through the window. But when it comes to someone that I have dealt with, you know, and been around with for so long, they ain't never. When I tell you they ain't never crawled through no window at all. And then if for another person to be out there dropping down, and I'm starting to believe it's nothing but trolls, nothing but trolls. And you got people that's older than I am, they're going along with it. It's almost as if it's almost as if they want to continue to stir the pot. See, I didn't give you guys I didn't give the people what they wanted yesterday. A lot of people wanted me to go live. They wanted me to go live and show this and show that. I didn't. Sometimes it's just best to keep certain things from the public eye. You know, if you get a clip of it, you get a clip of it. But as far as me showing everything, nah, I think I'm gonna just keep that for my personal. For my personal, because a lot of the times a lot of you guys, the ones that don't too much like, me or anybody else, y'all ain't really, rooting. It's a lot of looking at where we're at and downing it as if it's just trash. We did something average, okay, something pretty much average, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Yes, indeed. I enjoyed it. It was nothing but good vibes. No one got into no arguments. No one did this. No one did that. It was just a good ass vibe. And I can't wait to have more good vibes like that. You know, I'm glad that, a lot of things have happened, because if it wasn't for those things happening, even though they wasn't so good all the time, you know, we wouldn't be able to make it work to where we was yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's the truth. That is the truth. So man, it's just something how so many people just want to see you go back and forth. Oh, fight, 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 fight. Or, let's see who's going to have too much to drink. Look, yesterday, when I tell you we were socially drinking, okay? And I don't give a damn what it was. Okay, what it was. But one thing I can say, you guys, y'all think y'all want to call us, it's so crazy how they want to call, you know, us alcoholics, but I'm not drinking hard liquor. What's a beer? What's a beer? I don't drink hard liquor like that. You know why? I have already went through that stage in my 20s. Drinking that cheap bottom of the shelf, that cheap bottom of the shell stuff. It's all right to indulge in it, but I'm not indulging in that every day. Heck no. Yeah, I wouldn't be no good. I wouldn't be able to talk. You guys, I promise you, a long time ago, when I used to sip on that stuff so much, it was hard for me to pronunciate, my words. Y'all think I have trouble talking now? Let me continue to drink on something like that clear or that brown. I'm gonna be, looking even more crazy than what I'm already looking like. See, I know how to play this game. I'm no fool, or really, no, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this, honestly. I really am, very, very true to this. But one thing I would not want for people to I wouldn't want people to think that, listening to a troll is they are telling you the truth. And don't get me wrong, we have had people drop down when I wasn't the topic of conversation, and they were talking about other people. So it may have been a little truth to what they were going through, but when it came to me, honestly, that never happened. That never happened, and I would love people to know that shit. Anything that I have done, around of my friend, he knows about it. We talked, we talked about it. So therefore, you guys may think that y'all are really, trying to, mess up something, messing up anything, you're not at all, you're not. We talked about a whole lot that I won't get on here and talk about because it ain't nobody's business. Like when things was a little bad, there was no reason to get on here and going too far. I didn't want to expose certain things. I didn't have to because at the same time, if I didn't say anything, it was gonna be said anyways, regardless. So it is what it is when it came to that. But yeah. You said what happened last night? I don't know what happened last night. I don't know. I don't know what happened last night. I was knocked out. I was knocked out in the bed. So are you telling me? See, I don't know if you are a troll or not. Sharonda, hold on, Sharonda. I don't know if you are a troll, but I hope ain't nothing bad happened last night. What happened last night? Let me know what happened last night. But no, you ain't got to. He would have told me if something happened last night. So we can just save that. But yeah, yesterday was an awesome day. A very awesome day. I didn't have to be outside in the heat. Usually we go downtown and do our little thing, but we decided to shoot. Let's stay indoors. And by that, I mean going to different establishments and having, fellowship. That's it. That's it. And when it comes to the big man TV, when it comes to that guy, I don't even want to argue with someone like that. I can tell that it's some remedial going on over there. So I don't want to trigger anything for someone to off themselves. Okay, I don't want to argue with nobody like that. He can barely even talk. I ain't gonna lie to you, he can barely even speak without sounding like an engine. It's the truth though. And I gotta answer to this. Really talk about this. Ain't nobody stripping on no goddamn Instagram. Look, if I got the body, baby, I'm gonna show it off. I ain't trying to fish anything. Okay, I ain't trying to fish. Look, if you're so, I think he threw that as a dig so he can try to make somebody mad. But ain't nobody stripping on no goddamn YouTube. And if I was stripping, baby, I did that years ago. I don't think I do. I just take a picture of my body, baby, keeping myself up. If you go to my Instagrams, ladies, because I don't need you a lot. I don't let a lot of niggas follow me like that. I won't, well, a lot of niggas do follow me, but nowadays I have to be very, very cautious because they are just, they be wanting to talk and I don't want to talk to you. I know what you want. You want some ass and you want some dick, and I ain't got it for you. Especially when you're miles and miles away. What we gonna do? Nothing. We ain't finna be sending no goddamn videos out. Hell no. And plus, I'm picky. I'm picky about whoever I may want to, be laying down with. But if you follow me over the years, you would know that there has been a transition from me from doing sex, being seductive, and just to being a kind of a young man, and just being, just show a little something, which is my upper body. I'm not showing my ass. I'm not promoting that. I'm not promoting any prints. I'm not doing none of that. I don't have to do all of that. I feel like that's a little bit inappropriate. So therefore I don't want to get kicked off of Instagram. I've been on there since 2014. So, and I got my own little following over there. They know how I do it. A lot of them have came and left, but I'm still here to stay. Yes, indeed. They know me. It's some big names out there that know me, you guys, and I promise you, I can't say their names, but they know exactly who I am, and they know what I give. Yeah, they still want me to this day. I don't want them though, But ain't nobody stripping. If I wanted to be a stripper, you guys it'll be all over YouTube, because I'll bring whatever I'm doing over there over here. But there's no need to do that because, hey, it's guidelines over here. What you can get away with it over there on Instagram, you can't really get away with it over here on YouTube. You can't. But see, I think Big Man was just mad because he can't do that. He tried it already, and he took up the whole screen. Like, ugh. And he looked at Raggedy and Ratchet while he did it. You did. Hell. Can you even wipe good? Can you even bend down? Okay, you need to now your ass. You another one. You need to get up and move and lose some weight. Yeah, that's your problem now. You're sitting down too much. You got so much time to sit down. How about you get your big wide back ass up and move and walk? Yeah, so you can be here for the next couple of years. Since you're so concerned about what I'm doing and who I'm doing and who I'm talking to, I'm just saying. Look, it's always the big one. Boy, I always got something to say. Are you mad because you can't show your body off in a sexy way? I can. Baby, I can eat. Look, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if I'm sucking in. It's still mine. Look. I didn't have no surgeries. Hell, if I want to do a 360 right now, let's go back a couple of years ago, and I can get my body together. All I gotta do is go on a good diet. But I know how to do my body. I don't want to tell my secrets, but I know how to get up and move, and I also know how to slow down on the Debbie cakes and the pizzas and the fried foods and the Coca-Colas, especially the off ones, the off brands. I know how you big I know how you big folks do it because y'all don't cook. Y'all order out all the damn time. Yeah, you need to be eating on some goddamn salmon and rice, which is the truth. And some vegetables. Hell, you can add a little salt, but don't add salt. You can add a little butter to it. Don't add too much butter to it. Shoot, it's all right to eat it bland. Sometimes you gotta eat your food blends, okay? So you can be around for the next couple of years. Because all that stuff that we put in it, it ain't good for us. It'll start giving us what is it? Hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes. Oh my goodness, who want to look? Anybody trying to get a stroke around here? It's good that you can indulge in certain things, but at the same time, you have to rotate those type of things, man. You do, and I'm telling you the truth. Now I don't know who you are around, or if you are in a boarding house, because I believe you are in a boarding house. But you need to take heed to that. You really do. Yes, indeed. Oh, I didn't watch it. But I didn't watch it though. But I've been on IG a long time, so that's no issue. That's not really a big issue to me. But hold on, you guys. Let me check something real quick. Who we introducing? Let's see that. But yeah, I didn't even pay that no mind, Sharonda. When I didn't pay that no mind. Mm-mm. I ain't no stripper at all. All I'm doing is just posing for a picture, acknowledging my beauty. Because a long time ago, I didn't think that I looked so good. I didn't think that I was attractive. So therefore, now that I see my worth, hell, I'm in love with me. I'm a little bit obsessed with me and my looks. I love it because I mean, at the end of the damn day, I'm not gonna look like this all the time. I'm gonna end up changing. I'm gonna get wrinkled. My it's bad enough. My metabolism is slowing down as I speak. It's slowing down, which is why I gotta watch what I eat because shoot. Then the more weight you gain, the more it's gonna be a little hard for you to get it off of you. It may take a little longer than what you intended on. So, I'm trying to just watch that. But anywho, though, I'm grown. But at the end of the day, I'm still grown. And if I feel like I want to be if I feel sexy and I be feeling myself, if I do be feeling my own self on my own page. I don't be adding nobody onto there. Ain't nobody never been well. Ain't too many people been in pictures with me on my page. It's all about me. Me. But I ain't looking for nobody on there though. I ain't looking for nobody on there. Not at all. Those cats. They, some of them are successful. Some of them are, on their things. Some of them just been doing the same thing for over the years, and they just thought that's what it is. I wonder, am I missing anything? Before I go get out of here? Um. What else is next? Oh, about that whole working thing. Oh my goodness. You guys, ain't nobody worried. Oh my goodness. When Jay Wilson talks about politics, he makes it seem like we all are just in trouble. Oh, I mean, who? If you're not gonna be that infected, oh, I mean, what's the point of even really too much bringing it up? I mean, you can give awareness, but I'm sure everybody knows what's going on in the world, and people know what they got to do for themselves. So whether it's a cut here and a cut there, we still gonna have to do some work, regardless. You know who? I mean, we know. I ain't gonna lie. I'm no fool when it comes to that. I am no fool when it comes to that, and trust and believe. Whenever it's that time, baby, it's already covered. Okay, it's already covered. All I gotta do is submit the application in, baby. That's it. That is it. I ain't never heard so many people just make it seem like, oh, it's the end of the world, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's the end of the world, you guys. We getting cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you really don't have nothing to worry about. You working, yeah, you working. Just like a lot of you American, just like a lot of you folks out there, y'all working. So therefore, y'all ain't got too much to worry about. If y'all ain't receiving government assistance or whatever, yeah, I'm sure y'all are gonna be good. I'm sure y'all gonna be good. But just I would say, keep a few people in your prayers if because we all got them in our family. It's somebody on the system probably in your family. I don't know, not for everybody, but but the majority out there, they look, they got a few family members, a few friends that's on that same bill. Trust and believe, but but I wouldn't get online discouraging them or making them feel like they don't have anything that, well, they may have some things to lose, but you know um I wouldn't be on here acting like as if they just gonna be out here in distress. They wouldn't. I know that's right. I know that's right. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I feel like whatever God has for any soul on this earth, it would be for them. He never told us that it was going to be easy. I mean, we all have struggled, and probably still have a little, some things that we got to fix together. But at the same time, you know, we know that we have to get up and do make it happen for ourselves. None of us are privileged. That's not a millionaire. We're not privileged at all. None of us are. If I feel like if you're not in the millions, if you're not a millionaire, you still gotta bust it, scratch and survive. Hey, temporary laid off. Shoot, hell, easy credit rip off. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Shoot, but you guys, I'm finna get up on out of here. Now I was listening to I went over there to be nosy at Shamari. hmm I find it funny that he's trying to talk about what he's seen over there at Jay Wilson's. I thought you didn't want to talk about me and Tommy anymore, but you talking about us again. So see, so therefore, me and him are making you content, which is, it's understandable. I understand that you want to continue to talk because I mean, hell, what else would you be talking about right about now? I don't know. You know, I don't too much. I'm not a viewer like that of you like that, so I don't know why you want to continue to keep it going. I would have thought that you would have been tired, done talking about it right now. Shoot, moving on. You say we mentally unstable, crazy, stupid, not so smart. I'm like, damn, that's how you really truly feel. I ain't got to hit your panel no more. I tried to help your numbers out. hmm For the time being, like I do anytime I hit somebody panel. Well, just one other person's panel. Shoot, I'm helping their asses out, which I won't be doing that much. I won't be doing that anymore. Not too much. No. I'm gonna give it a break. Give it a good old break. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's like the disrespect of it all is just getting even more realer and realer and realer. Like, damn, how much am I? Look, how much am I willing to take? I feel like a fool, but I don't feel like I don't feel too much of a damn fool because at the end of the day, I clicked the damn link. So hell, it is what it is. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is what it is. Ain't a shame. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have went over there and I would never did it. But I know I gotta chill out and just stay over here on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to prove points to nobody. You know, if y'all gonna believe, whatever a stranger is saying, go right ahead, believe it. I'm not gonna be proving a point. I don't have time for that. I ain't got time for it. Hey, if you believe it, believe it. At the end of the damn day, you may know bits and pieces of me, but you don't know the whole me, like another person like Tommy does. Tommy knows all of me. It's been 3 years. It's been damn near 3 years. It'll be 4 years going on in 2026. But yeah. Ain't nobody worried, you guys. We're all over here. Look, I'm over here drinking on some water right now. Because I kind of just want this gonna be my rest day. Just my rest day, taking it easy. So I can get prepared for tomorrow. Or whenever they may want me to come out and do some work for them. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's been real, and I'm glad I wasn't long-winded this time. Usually I would be on here for maybe an hour or two, or 2 hours. But you guys enjoy y'all day. It's been real, and look, I'll come back another time. Peace, Cannonballs. We're out.